Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. I'm drinking another sample from the folks at Cote Moss. When they had sent me out those samples, you know, you saw that rosé that I tried last week, and that was just great. I believe I gave it an 89. They also sent out a sparkling rosé, and I was kind of holding on to this because I wanted to celebrate something I was anticipating being like a big winner of something, and I do have a little trophy. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But let's start by just talking about this sparkling rosé right here. This is the Cote Moss Cremant de Limoux Rosé Brut non-vintage Saint Hilaire. That's a really long title, but essentially it's just telling you it's a rosé, a sparkling rosé from France, and it is not champagne. So whenever you see Cremant, that's going to be a sparkling wine from France that is not champagne. This is still made in that traditional method. You know, it's following those rules. It's just not grown in the same region. And they do get to play around a little bit because it is not champagne. Champagne's limited to Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. This one is 70% Chardonnay. It's 20% Chenin Blanc and 10% Pinot Noir. So they're getting kind of festive, getting kind of fun with this. This is $19 sparkling bottle of wine. And, you know, for me, I always think it's fun, you know, there's really some great quality sparklings inside of France, but outside of Champagne, where you're getting some awesome quality and you're not having to pay that premium. But let's take a look at what we got in the glass here. So, you know, you're seeing this nice, like, lively effervescence. I don't know if I've ever had that captured on video any better than that, because I just poured it there. Really nice, like, medium to large size bubbles inside of it, and it just won't quit. That's really cool. You saw that head that was first there kind of died down a little bit. If I were, like, really into beer, like if I was part of the Cicerone program, I'd probably complain about that, but this is sparkling wine, I don't have to worry about it. Nice salmon color there, right? You know, with rosés, they're gonna vary, but this is just a beautiful pinkish orangish salmon red on the nose. I'm getting like an orange zest, getting a little cranberry, a little raspberry, getting some nice like. Along with that orange zest, I am getting some more citrus, like lemon and lime notes. Nice little sparkly minerality as well. And then on the palate, nice, luscious, lively, creamy mouthfeel from those bubbles that as they dissipate, you know, it leaves this fullness in your mouth, but there's this rip-roaring acidity that's just racing along your tongue towards the back of your throat, and it's really carrying the majority of the flavor profile that's on this. You know, so there's that creaminess that gives way to that really like bright lemon lime acidity. There's like these awesome little like cranberry cocktail notes kind of bouncing around in there. And again, just like this nice, like stone, gravelly minerality as well. I mean, this is really enjoyable. And so, you know, score-wise on its own right here, I got to put it in that 89 plus range. I mean, this is really good. Really good, and I think a really nice value at $19. So thank you to the folks at Gregory White PR for sending that out. Both those Cote Moss, you know, rosé wines, really, you know, surpassed my expectations. I really enjoyed that too. I wanted to try something a little bit different. I don't like to brag about myself that much, but when I bring home trophies, I gotta let it be known. You know, I've been making guacamole uh, probably for the last like 20, 25 years of my life. Recipe handed down from my dad, who got it from his dad, who got it from his dad. I mean, this stuff goes all the way back to Lithuania. This is like traditional Lithuanian guacamole. And I gotta tell you something. Like, my dad makes some killer guacamole, and I've got friends of friends that still talk about my dad's guac. But I've kind of built up a reputation for myself for the guacamole that I make. Recently there have been some debates on the We Like Drinking podcast as far as like who makes the best guacamole. Jeff and Jim and John were bringing up some dude named Heron. I have no clue who you are, Heron, but I kind of laid the gauntlet down a little while ago, and I figured if I'm going to talk about it, I got to be about it. And so I started entering competitions, and this is the first competition that I entered. I entered the first annual EVHS, Evergreen Valley High School Salsa Bowl. That's right, I entered a guacamole into a salsa competition, and I destroyed it. I came home with first place, best overall. I've got the coveted Salsa Bowl trophy in my possession. Apparently, like every single year, like the Stanley Cup, it's supposed to be passed around from one teacher to the next based on, who's coming home with that trophy. But I will not relinquish this title. This is a guarantee. I will not relinquish this title until I retire from my profession. I will take this thing home with me. I will take it to the grave. And just like the Stanley Cup, and like, here's the thing, I'm not a big hockey fan, but one thing that I respect about the Stanley Cup is that, all the players, like, they take it out to bars, like, they drink out of it, and I was like, this is as close as I'm ever going to get. So I'm going to take the rest of this Cote Moss Rosé, and I'm just going to pour it into my salsa bowl. I gotta tell you, that effervescence is really jumping out there. It's really shining through, and these bubbles are actually kind of sticking to the bottom of the glass. You can kind of see that right there. I'm just gonna give myself a little sip. That is lively. That is zesty. There's a little bit of tin inside of it, a little bit of tin. And I'm thinking if I leave this inside of my trophy for too long, it's probably going to burn a hole through the bottom, because this does have that rip-roaring acidity. But I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever enjoyed a wine more than having the opportunity to drink it out of my own trophy. So I am going to definitely take my time with this one. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about drinking sparkling rosés out of trophies for your award-winning guacamole. Till next time, everybody, stay rad. Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wine blog. Stay rad, wineblog.com.